Morning. It's Friday, August 27th, and I ask you if a name is very important. And Shakespeare said, "That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet." Famous quote from Romeo and Juliet, spoken, I think, in the second act, in the second scene. But nevertheless, I want to talk about the name that was given to the Pfizer vaccine, Comirnaty. It's spelled Comirnaty. Now, this is not the simplest name to pronounce, but I always have trouble with the names of drugs. Whenever I have to call up to renew a prescription or something, I always have a problem with the name of the drugs. That way, my wife takes a drug called glimepiride. It's something for diabetes too, but I always have trouble pronouncing it, and I have trouble pronouncing many of the other drugs that I call up for. Now, if it's a renewable prescription and I just have to give them the number of the prescription, that's life is easy. Otherwise, I have to sit there and spell it. Sometimes I can't even read it off the bottle. So I don't know why exactly Pfizer decided that Comirnaty was the correct name for this particular vaccine. And maybe it had something to do with it being the first vaccine that was fully approved, that got a final FDA approval. And maybe that was a miracle. And maybe that's why the MRI is in the name, Comirnaty, right? Yeah. That would make a little bit of sense to me. You know, it was a groundbreaking miracle. Not only the Pfizer, but all of them, Moderna, AstraZeneca, they all did a good job. But I think this is the first one that got a name, a true name. Now, if we look at this name, what does the CO stand for? Maybe it stands for community. This is going to help the world, the community of humans. And what about Natty? Natty gives me the image of something sharp, a dressy guy. You know, he looks natty. Maybe that was the meaning of the Naty. Maybe it really represented the word neat, because we did this so neat and clean, and this is a neat drug, you know? But certainly it is one thing that we will know about this particular drug. We probably won't be able to pronounce it and get it off our tongue all that easily, but we certainly will remember the name Comirnaty. As it happens, I read that the name was given to the drug by a branding agency. I guess it's like an advertising agency. They make up names. So some think that the name Comirnaty was a combination of COVID-19 and community, some weird combination like that. And maybe they're right. And maybe they should have spelled it differently. Maybe they should have spelled it with a K. Comirnaty, Comirnaty, something like that. Unusual, that would stick out in the minds of people. Even if they didn't remember the whole thing, they would remember the KOE. It's KOE something. But in any event, it is a name that is going to stick out. And maybe that will help them in selling this product. Although I don't think they're going to have any problem, because at least 50% of the world is now willing to take Comirnaty and its brothers and sisters. And I'm waiting to see what Moderna names their product, or AstraZeneca names their product. How about something simple? C19. How's that? Wouldn't that be easy? I'm going in for my shot of C19. And then maybe when they got Delta, right? Then we could have a different name, right? This is Delta 41 as opposed to 40 and 39. But naming is important, actually, because you want something that's simple, which this is simpler than most of the other drug names around. And you want something that people can be easily remember so that when they have to call up for the prescription or call up to get the shot, they know what they're talking about. But right now, they're giving these vaccines like crazy all over the place, and it's getting easy. Every day you see another ad that says we have it. You know, you go Walmart, pharmacy, CVS, Rite Aid. Everybody's got the drug. Everybody's got some drug. J&J drug or Moderna or AstraZeneca. Everybody's got a drug. In fact, when they call up and tell you come in for your booster shot, you really have to get the same booster shot that is related to the original vaccine that you took. Don't be running around and getting a booster shot of Moderna when you started with Pfizer or something like that. So you have to know when you go to the drugstore or you go to Walmart or you go someplace where they're giving out the drug, you have to make sure it's your drug. It's not some other drug. Anyhow, right now, I don't think it makes a hell of a lot of difference as to which drug you take. We got these drugs out in a record fashion, these vaccines. So it doesn't matter what the name of it is, as long as it's effective. And all you have to know is Moderna or Pfizer or AstraZeneca or J&J or whatever other company is making it. So the name right now is not very important. And speaking of names, I am now wondering, when I was a kid, if you fell down and you got scratched, there were two things they could put on it. One was iodine, and the other was mercurochrome or something. And I'm wondering why most people had iodine, because they couldn't pronounce the name of mercurochrome. Even I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong about that pronunciation right now. But we've come a long way since those days. And so I guess it's good to have a name, a brand name that everybody recognizes and feels comfortable telling people what they were able to take, instead of saying, I took that thing that was made by, I think it was Pfizer. This way you can say, I took Comirnaty. That's a hoo-ha. In any event, that's all I have to say this morning, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.